Beautiful ladies, magical gents, this is truly the time to allow the magic in your life. If you want magic and you want the shifts and you want the transformation and you pretty damn tired of everything going on, this is the time to really step into this and allow yourself that 3 months of transition. There's no other time than right now. If you want the magic, you gotta allow it, you gotta do the work to move through it and have fun with it. Without having fun but moving through processes of energetic downloads, then the magic doesn't truly happen, because Spirit wants us to have fun, to live an abundant lifestyle, and to be truly happy and passionate without your life, within your life, without the outer compartments that could every energy down as much as they can. Actually, this is what we know. So here, let's break down and what is going to happen in July, August, September, because these are 3 very important months for everybody to rise in lifestyle, to rise not only in vibration but in consciousness, and allowing the original content of your consciousness to open up wild style. In a way, you become part of the entire cosmological soup, and where you start to see inside out. So easier said than done? I don't think so, because the gates are open. It takes us through a magical portal point, starting with your home base station, as we are hitting in the first place that beautiful moon in Cancer by the end of this month in June. And so that is all, triggered by everything that is dear to your heart, that is dear to your consciousness, that is dear to your family members, that is dear to all your connection, and that is actually your own heart vibration that starts to vibrate when it lives in passion, in joy, in service to others, to self, to the entire universe. Not only people you know, not only species you know, but when the energy flips inside out, you are truly, triggered to go home. Going home is a large subject on the planet, and a very important subject, as we all need a foundation. We need a home base station. Either way, if you live alone, or you live with a spouse, or you have a huge family with children and everything, and aunts and uncles and whatever, it is all the same. Finding a home base station, because everybody may feel pretty much alone, even when living within a large family conglomeration, so to speak. And that is because they've lost the connection to the true origin. So going home, this, the transition from June and July and all the way August, September, is about going home and remaining home and finding your place in that home. I'm speaking literally your home base station in the houses of light, because Shambhala is grounding its house and reason for the grand transition. So everything we experience in the past 3 years during that's, I call it the still moment of mental retardness. So but that mental backstage thing actually opened up eyes, opened up consciousness, opened up truth, opened up so many new portal points. And so it's actually up to us to truly connect with it, to allow it. And many people, which I'm very happy about, is they finally opened to the so-called people that work with light, that work with spirits. And because in a lot of times we were called spiritual workers or something, or light workers. I don't like these terms. We are all light workers, we're all spiritual, because without spirit in the body, a body doesn't beat. your heart doesn't beat. I'm sorry. And so finding that reconnection between brain and heart composition needs the throat to go all the way, and that is the most important part of the body that needs to resurrect with everything you are doing. So talking about reconnecting to that particular cancer wound. So if you think about cancer people, making sure everything in your home base station is okay. If you have dogs, if you have cats, I'm very fond of animals. I'm also an animal psychologist, so that is also part of lifting your vibration, lifting their vibration, taking care of the lost animals, taking care of lost children, taking care of whatever comes within your vision, wherever you live around the world. And that matters most because that is actually your home. If you can have passion with serving others and thus actually serving yourself because you learn from it, that is going home. Going home, I talked a lot about this year being the year in which the chemistry of universal vibration comes through, also termed alchemy. And when we live in alchemy, we alchemize, we start to manifest on the spot. So I have a series of 36 videos about the alchemy. Very interesting because we are moving into a new tree of life, already moved into it for like decades. And so old stuff doesn't work anymore. And I believe many people are very much tired of the old ways of healing. The recycled healing is what I term, that do not have instant manifestations, that do not have like a universal constant. So when you heal something out, it needs to leave the body immediately. That is actually what I do. I mean, that is where healing works, and reason for it being actually because people are so connected and refusing to release soul consciousness. The removal of soul, the old sun syndrome, is imperative because the sun was broken and we are part of the solar system, and thus it broke us in simple terms, right? And reason why people have that bloating syndrome in their solar plexus is because all of the emotional content is stored up there, and the waters, as the body is 90% almost water, circulates with your solar plexus center. Then the answer is very easy. We move back into the origin, and that is moving home. The origin is removing the old blockages within the sacral and removing actually everything ever termed chakra system. I've talked about it a lot because it is, you know, cutting your vibration down in different compartments, different rooms, actually termed chakras, is what cut us in duality. We need one flow, one stream of light, these days termed pillars of light, opening up from the heart and removing the emotional content, moving into the higher senses and your spiritual vibration back home. And that is where your vibration in the new tree of life starts off with the capstone of creation, the capstone on the pyramids. If we look at all the pyramids on the earth, we become a pyramid of creation that is part of our geometrical patterns, the alchemy, sacred geometry, and that opens up with the new tree of life. The old tree of life has nothing left to offer because it streams on consciousness that doesn't heal, but rather, you know, cuts the vibration very much down. And reason why people are very much tired of healing inside out, of doing that work with no results, that's quite obvious. When I come up with courses like the Eternal Healer and Self-Mastery, you move straight into the pillar of light. You remove every organ of its old mental barriers, or you can move straight into the alchemy, opening the capstone of creation, opening the all-seeing eye, opening the eye from within and raising your vibration and doing what it takes That all makes up a part of going home. And thus the Cancer, the deep orange energy, in June, I want to explain it, in July, opening up June, July, and the yellow sun vibration opening up in August, putting them together, that is the origin of male, female, sun, light, sun vibration, original sun stream coming from the new solar system. Putting them together, it makes up a beautiful peach way. The origin all comes, there's three teams of huge light protecting your vibration when moving into the pillars of light and the new tree of life, actually. And that comes to that beautiful design I've been making, that is the aquamarine way, the aquamarine streamer, reclaiming its renewal and bringing actually the origin of the Lady Gen vibrations back, all in the aquamarine, coming through languages of light, that is the Jehovah Yodeh Vav He, that is the male heart and the female heart coming back together to the Vav vibration, because the Yod is actually the magical color in September, that is instant manifestations, that is the lavender way, connected to Virgo. And when that lavender way bathing together with the origin of male-female vibrations, that is the aquamarine, and opening up the male-female heart through the peach way, that is very potent when sitting self in that energy field and opening that up. And that is reason why 2022 is the age of alchemy, coming through to everybody willing to do the work, willing to move into the magic and creating, manifesting on the spot. So that is when you think something, you hold on to it, you believe truly at that particular item, and you bring it through and you keep that divine alignment to that design, then it comes through like in no time. That is when your vibration moves from the lavender rays 6 into the 7, 8-dimensional frequencies, where you release everything you suffered, all traumatic abuse, everything. Well, most people suffered from is lung diseases, because if you can't breathe like many minutes in many miles in circumference, and your lungs are diseased. We have all been born with lung diseases due to the matrix, due to being born in a low vibrational planet. So, and that is resurrecting, because the planet is moving into its home base station. Remember, Cancer energy moving with the new moon and the super moon in July 13, I believe it is. So from the 28th of July, the orange way with the supermoon in Capricorn, nothing can be more potent. That means both together. So the supermoon Capricorn is connected to granite. Granite is gold, copper attractions, and many earth tones. So as red, orange, dark, brownish, green, earth tones, no matter what. And when you combine them in this new age in Aquarius, that is, if you want all that information, because it's very important that you understand it. So that's why I want to explain it. I want you to understand it. Working with the 12 ways of creations, connected to the whole zodiac sign, connected to all the planets in the cosmos, connected to all the universes, connected to the 10 higher ways, and combining the higher ways with the creator ways, we make up the 22 ways of magical transformation, connected to the 22 letters in the alphabet. Just by toning the Hebrew alphabet, you can have magical transformation in your brain, because with it you will say, I want to go home, I want to go back into the origin. I do not want to remain into the old broken fractures of the old earth, because the demarcation line has been set. There is those living in the matrix and those living in the light fields, and you have the choice to move up there or to remain up there. And so if you are up there, that is where you listen to what everything is being told to you. Here you take your life into your own arms, and you cradle your life in a platform where you truly want to be. So very important gems here are, of course, citrine. I would suggest from Madagascar, lifting your vibration, wearing it all the time. Talk to it, you know, let it integrate, work with that yellow vibration, the citrine ray. Then, of course, the tiger's eye, connecting to the tiger's eye crystalline grid, and everybody knows tiger's eye, right? And put these tiger's eye, you know, in the four corners of your home, connected to the four cornerstones of creation, so the equinoxes and the solstices. And the most important, not to forget, is the green emerald ray. The green emerald that is so important from Colombia, because it holds all the information. It's connected to the green emerald tablets. It's connected to your own data. It opens your own knowledge when aligning to the alchemy. So alignment to the alchemy is opening the capstone from within and getting your higher self into that capstone in your brains, because that is one of the lost glands. Another lost gland was a power gland up here, and we cannot move into self-empowerment without reinstalling the power within the throat, the brain and the heart. And then that can open up with the new tree of life, or the flower of life. So moving the flower, or thinking about the flower of life, how it is flourishing when you align to it and install it in your energy field. Actually, it opens, you see, all arcs of consciousness, and each arc has massive information for you to open up from within, so you can work with each arc. So I started designing them. It's part of a new project Spirit asked me to bring through for you. Each arc has more than an hour of meditational alignments, because we move from healing into alignments, and these alignments heal a lot more quicker than healing sessions. So that is the new you, the new no more spiritual old vibration. No more old light body, no more old geometry, no more old sacred mathematics, no more old designs, no more old stuff. I mean, you know, you pull your hand up for old stuff. That's all you need to do. That is because, you know, that old stuff drags you down. If you don't have instant manifestation, healing happening and vibrating upside down with one single alignment in meditation, then that is, you know, connected to the old. That is simple. And so if interested, I have a free webinar for both larger transitions. So one is the foundation into the internal healer and self-mastery, opening up the pillars of light. At least if you're connected to that, then you can each day just connect to the pillars of light in your heart, and you will change very fast as well. And or go straight away into the alchemy. And that is a very powerful 5-day transition, holding on to it, at least knowing the languages of light. They are in that course as well, and that is the course is pretty much, I think it's about 75% off. So this week, great time for you to dig into it. It's very fun to do, because if you open up and you align and you meditate and you align to the divine within the capstone, because that's the most important transition you can open up, then you can immediately move into the larger transitions. That is the universal embodiment, in which your skin changes, the alchemy comes to the food industry. You allow yourself to lifting vibration means you eat less and less food, you drink more and more, you reject more and more synthetic foods, synthetic industry like the news, like connections, like jobs, all that stuff. And that goes on an automatic, because moving straight into the alchemy, especially through these 3 months of alchemizing self and giving yourself the power to go there, then you can remove the old in no time. So, or if you just want to remove the old, that is in the first part, clearing every organ in your solar plexus, opening up and clearing the sinuses, the eyes and the ears, then clearing the breathing system, reinstalling your sun stream and opening your place back home into Shambhala. That is, you know, of course I have over 5 days as well, just leaving behind the old and holding on to the house of light, still termed Shambhala. Yet these days they open up within our brain waves, and our brain waves, apart from the matrix, moves in the crystalline grid. And so Shambhala is a yellow crystalline, yellow, golden, white crystalline grid connected especially to the citrine crystal. And that is a huge amount of knowledge coming through, of course. So the most important thing here, when I come back to art consciousness, that is the first one I made, is very important here with the crystalline white ray, because the white ray, that is what I do in alchemy too, and that is only one-on-one because it's very, very potent. And I do know every person that comes with me in a private seminar has instant transitions. They change 360 degrees, because that is what the universe wants. Nobody wants you to go through long drawing old stuff anymore. It needs to shift, it needs the knowledge, it needs the age of alchemy moving you home, and that is just about it. And I dig so deep until you get there. That is me. I've been trained by it, and I will not release the spiritual, psychological content that comes with it and kills the old earth component in psychology. And that is about time, because that is just, you know, so slow, why everything is going so rapidly. And you know, so that is one thing as well. I have re-established like many codes via digital design, and I channeled my codes. So if you just want a single meditation and you're getting into it and work with a code, there's a link in the description as well. So I have for the arcs, I started out with this one, that crystalline white light of healing, going all the way through all dimensions, and especially beyond the sixth dimension is where you open the highest level of healing into the celestial universal embodiment, especially as you see the lavender, amethyst, and let's say fluorescent violet rays are connected, because that is part of your original spiritual embodiment. And so that is a very important one. The next important one is, as we are all eternal beings, eternal immortals on this planet, for those who want to remain here, time to transition is truly right now. Taking on the alchemy, starting to change your skin, the inner organs starting to change. The alchemy is actually about changing the cellular structure into light parts, light particles, and light waves. And thus eliminating, let's say, the old nucleus within the DNA and replacing it with the origin of your nucleus and connection to your source. And that is what I am. I'm a spiritual genetic encoder, doing that in private sessions actually, and that comes through the courses of alchemy as well. And that is very important to understand, because this golden arc is so, so beautiful, so potent. You see the drop that fills the cup of divinity with abundance, success, wealth, health, passion, you know, name it. And connecting with gold in your meditational alignment with an arc of gold, and imagining that arc going through your home, commanding that arc to do stuff. That is the way we used to work, but so many people did forget about what the true meaning is. And then my brand new design came out, made us yesterday, is actually connected to the origin of the aquamarine earth, the aquamarine moon, and the aquamarine arc. It is not finished yet. I'm working on it. I have to channel more information how to complete this design, but I think it's very beautiful already. I hope you like it. Let me know what is your favorite color, because that will be the next arc I will bring through. What is your favorite color? Blue, green, pink, gold tones, copper tones, fluorescent tones, I don't know, burgundy, silver, you know, name it. There's so many colors out there. So what is your passion? What is the color that triggers you? Leave me a comment. Let me know. What is it, the color that is most, you know, attractive to you? Maybe, you know, I'll make a whole video about one single color. That may be very interesting, because if we breathe through color only, and we ask the universe or direct connect to our source spirit and spark self, then you can go a very, very long way, because you go back home. Remember, these 3 months are about choosing either to go home, or, you know, cut vibration more and more and more in soul consciousness, because nothing in soul consciousness will ever lift you into spiritual consciousness. Gonna put my crystals down. You know, here is the demarcation. What is the road you are going to drive? Up here, or up there and this way, or up here and up there that way? Because the dense forces and sources will try to cut you more and more down as light is lifting, and nobody is gonna lift you up. Everybody's gonna assist you. We're working with massive teams of light. Animals will assist, the giants will assist, angelic kingdoms will assist, teams of light will assist. I mean, there's no end to it. You gotta ask for direction, you gotta ask for help, and do what you hear. If you don't hear, ask for signs. I mean, there's always somewhere to start out. And when you have your daily connection and you bring that into service, gosh, there's no, you become unstoppable, because you start attracting and attracting more. You can attract, you know, the best job ever. You can attract the best connections ever, no matter whatever your intentions are. Intention, intuition, imagination needs to move with a very high heart vibration. So the feelers in the heart need to feel what you would love to manifest. If that ain't there, and this isn't there for 90% of the people, that is because brain and heart are not connected. So with the meditation connected to everything into the origin, I will make a special meditation about that. The aquamarine arc, the movement back into the origin, what it was that broke the lady and gent vibration into so many parts. Reason why so many, you know, marriages go off, and relationships, as they should. Everybody should move into their correct partnership, and not, you know, fake relationships, which is all around as well, sadly enough, because they steal the partner that belongs to somebody that is on holy ground, or at least connected to the spiritual vibration. So going back into the elegance, into the beauty of spiritual vibration, opening up that respect level to spirit. If there's no meditation, no connection, they, you know, in the morning and at night, then the respect level is off. And that could be due to no knowledge, no intelligence, Now, intuition, if you have those three together, and there's another factor that could be resistances, failures, and especially laziness, then I would suggest these are the first factors to really cut down, because they keep on cutting you down and never rise your vibration, and that makes up the difference between ascending and rising in vibration. Rising in vibration is easy. We can rise vibrations. You just don't eat for a day. You just juice through, do some fitness, and you rise vibration. But keeping it up and truly ascending only comes through the origin, and the origin is working with light formulas, light configurations, because light is consciousness. So light consciousness cuts down dense consciousness, and that is the easiest way. If you come short in faith, you work with the blue way. If you come short in energetic passion outlet, you work with the red way. But you need to know, a book could be written about every way and everything that is within it, so that knowledge is needed. So that is written out in that course of Alchemy 1, in which I explain every way. So if you need something, work with that way for 10 minutes and you get there in no time. And that is the fun of moving quickly, healing the old traumatic abuses, because we all suffer to some point. Or if you want something for free and do that, I have a sleep time release of trauma and lung diseases. You can run that. It runs for 3 or 4 hours or something, and you can run that at night, falling asleep with it and resetting your life and starting to start to manifest actually while releasing those traumas. And it's like a hypnosis that comes through. So there's a link in the description as well. That's a free video I made to assist you, and that comes in very handy, I think, if you want to try out something I did as a free service. So that is what you can dig into. Other than that, there's 2 free webinars for the Eternal Healer and Mastery, but also a free habit webinar for the Alchemy course, how to move out of the emotions and the necessity to move truly into the new tree of life. So that is really, and then releasing the old cycles. For those who know me very well, I'm very passionate. I work a lot with the elements. I communicate with the elements. I communicate with the herbal kingdoms. So I was triggered to make a detox fasting support essential oil. It's very, very potent, and I have this on a roller as well, and if you just roll that through and you immediately move into a higher vibration, it's very, very strong. That is a link for that as well if you want it. So it is very important to start somewhere. If you don't know where to start and you would like to have some advice where to start, how to do it, and I do private healing sessions as well, and get to the point from where you're at right now. I feel your energy. I don't need any cards or anything. I speak I channel my information. So that is important, knowing that going home, if it makes sense to you, from the Cancerian orange energy, that is also a movement through the water. So water represents your emotions. So removing the emotions also, again, comes through the aquamarine, because releasing the old water content is truly the movement with the oceans, the rivers, the lakes. They are not there just, for us to enjoy, but for us to connect with and stream them through like a river of light through our consciousness, and that releases the kidneys, the swollen lymph nodes, or if you have water retention, that is all with that. So if you want to release the waters, that is also up there. I have been opening a brand new page with plenty of courses, but also very small meditational alignment that may assist you if you're interested. So And I would suggest, if you want to go there alone, my advice is truly to make that beautiful bridge from Cancer energies, going home, opening your solar plexus, releasing the fat cells in the brain, makes you release the fat cells in the body, and thus all the bloating syndrome that goes with the old sun. So releasing the old sun from within and reconnecting that to the power of the supermoon. So making the bridge from orange to granite. That is the arc of consciousness as well, within the flower of life. And there is a reason why that supermoon is really placed up there in July. The granite ray is so potent, especially because it is moved in the Aquarian age, the water barrier, aquamarine water barrier, releasing emotions. I hope you start to get my information. My information is potent, and it's not airy-fairy, I know that, but then again, I'm very much aligned to the gene pool of creation as a spiritual scientist, and so I channel my information, making up that you can change overnight and do not have to go to long drawn healing and courses and so on, and reason why I created the alchemy. So that supermoon in Capricorn, or the granite ray, is in the Aquarius vibes for the whole year. So in green light go, people, Aquarian people connected to the Arcturian vibes, arcs of consciousness, they all have like that windy feeling, you know. They let go very easily, they flip-flop from here and there, you know. They release emotions very easily because they're not attached, as they are, you know, vibrating on the flow of air, so letting go very easily. But here with that strictness in Capricorn is detail, is strictness, is working your way through, never stopping your way through, never getting lazy, and that is what the Aquarian age needs. And that potent combination with going home and standing your ground in, let's say, setting your will on going home and doing that work, that is what it's all about. Because from that supermoon on and moving into the 8/8, August 8 is a very important date with spirit. Date spirit, make a date with spirit. And those male-female vibrations, the yellow ray in July, the orange ray in July, pardon me, and the yellow ray, so both sun vibes, coming together through the water barrier, making up peach, and opening that up in what the universe or the planet is pulsing its vibration into the aquamarine origin that moves with that peach male-female perfection of sun stream in. You can make the magic happen on 8/8, 8th of August this year. And that is a very potent combination, because then with your balancing schedules in male-female vibrations, you can attract a balanced job. You can balance out your finances. You can balance out actually everything that went astray, that went in traumatic abuse. Actually, that is what you all can balance out when aligned to these energies. So that is quite something. And moving that vibration all the way into instant manifestation. So what you set in right now for these 3 months, you start to manifest them on the spot in September, opening up that very, very potent lavender way, amethyst, yeah, violet, all these colors. And that is because the lavender way is also connected to the origin of creation. Everything in creation used to be lavender, not green. Trees, flowers, everything, grass was lavender. Due to the fall in, the matrix, the fall, everything we suffered from the origin, it became denser and darker and turned into green. This may be a surprise to many people. It is not to me. And so that is very, very important. Going back into the origin and reconnecting all these things, I will definitely have an alignment to it should you wish to do that with me. They are very, very important and strong and life-changing, because I go very, very deep in transitioning the emotional body, so you can release the fat cells, you can release the bloating, you can release everything, that is so stuck in the body, and that hurts people's hearts, and that hurts your brains, and that hurts the way we think, right? So I'm gonna pull a few cards to assist you. A bit more connections from the animal kingdoms. I love the animals, it's part of my passion. So as we go into a 3 months transition, pulling out 3 cards. Let's see what it said. Wappa. It's a very potent transition here. The wolf. The wolf or pathfinder, going home, and pathfinder couldn't be more potent, right? Release your past, really, say no to old ways of healing, say no to old light body, say no to old ways of alignment, say no to the outer world and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. So there will be challenges, but your soul is very strong. So perseverance is truly, as I said before, perseverance connected. The wolf is so strong. You look at that face, look at these eyes. Look, the eye of the divine. Look at the tiger's eye I was speaking about, and connect with a wolf in your meditation. Put your meditation in the tiger's eye grid. Open up the wolf consciousness. Is what I said. If you really want the magic to happen, you need to make it happen and allow it to happen. And that is, stating or setting your will to truly go home. As it's saying, perseverance is what is going to move your vibration out of anything, all the remnants of the old broken veins, so to speak, and so very important. So that is, the wolf is all about endurance, about focus. It's about the pack, the family pack, going home, being part of a team, of a pack. That is all, it's so to the point. I got cold on my arms. That is where the pack meets up. If you want to connect to your team, you need to meet up team members on this platform in the light realms and on the other side. And both are merging, because that is happening these 3 months of great transition for everybody. So that is one recommendation. The wolf, another one here I have, they are all so potent. The raven, that is connected to the shaman. You see the mountains in the back, you see the pillars of light. I've been talking about the pillars of light. The ravens are the pillars of light. They are so connected. You see, I've been speaking the white pillar, the white light coming through that first arc. That is the pillars that actually open all the colors, and open all the arcs within the flower of life. I don't know what it says. You are the creator, the magician. Yeah, if you want magic, make it happen. And so use your gift for your goals. Right. You need to use your gift for your goals. That's a good one. I didn't read it here because it stands use your gift for your good. Use it for your goals. Can you see that? Yeah. And then there is power in your wisdom and your word. If you have moved out of your word, otherwise your work is removal of unworthiness right now, because that cuts vibration like on the worst. That's the worst of cutting vibration and not attracting anything ever. That is truly unworthiness. So unworthiness and releasing that, I would suggest through the pituitary gland. That would be best to do, or have a coach or somebody assist you to do that. And you know, when I do a healing session with somebody and you get that remote a recording and you can repeat that for 1 week, then it needs, you know, it needs to be dead and gone out of your vibration. That's just it. People forget at times that repeating, realigning, and getting the vibration in from rising vibes into ascending your vibe, that's a great transition. There's a video about it as well. So that is very, very important. So you can glide through the void. Going through the void is all about claiming your space in Shambhala, in your brains, and opening your brains a million miles. That's it. So everybody can do it. Never lower your consciousness. So, and then, yes, that is the keepers of knowledge come through it. Gosh, I love this card. You've seen these faces? I like it. It's like, you know, when we look back at the pyramids, the Aztecs, and I believe the Temple of the Sun that is in Mexico, if I'm not wrong. Anyone who knows that? I think that's very important. Do you like the raven? Let me know if you like the raven, or which black bird would you prefer, because black represents omnipresent consciousness, omnipresent knowledge, omnipotent attraction, manifestation, working with the black raven community, allowing them in your meditation, communicating with them, and making that very powerful during, let's say, 1 week. Take a span of 1 week for every meditation you do and upgrade it until you truly see them clear and command them, allow them, invite them in your space, and get that communication through. So let me know if you have any experience with any bird in communication, or any other bird than blackbirds, because the black raven is very, very potent. The most information I get is when I go for a run, actually, because then the circulation in the body is very optimum. And once upon a time I saw a whole community of black ravens open my arm in the pink way. Actually, pink is very high senses, nothing to do with low vibrations. And they just lifted me and lifted me. I just hold on for a few minutes, you know. I said, well, what the hell was that? And then I get that information, and that is how I bring through alignments, because they are so direct from the universe, and they are nothing to do with the old. If meditations are connected to, like, let's say, if they're 10 or 20 years old, then refuse them, because repeating them and bringing them out for sale, that's the worst that is happening. Oh boy. And the last card, could it be more beautiful? The fox. Clever, be clever. These days, beautiful ladies, gentlemen, you need to be clever to be kind. Being clever to be kind means you get the job done and you take the easy road. You are witty, swift, smart. I mean, if you get a fox and you meditate with a fox, you invite them, you see how smart and clever and quick they are, but also how quickly they solve problems. So as I said in the beginning, no more old, drawn, long healings. You get bored and you get tired, right? That is dumb. Always listen to your instinct and connect with the living light sources and forces that truly, truly surround you. So I think this is a long video. Then again, it's for 3 months, right? And I want to give you another gift that may help you. So these 3 animals, very potent, very important. You can ask them questions, listen to them, and ask for your transition back home, because that is the word for these 3 months. Back home, making the magic happen, bringing your own male-female template back together. And then the I Am Faculty, Wise Mentor Cards for Modern Day Ascension. That is a book I wrote myself, and I have my art cards. And these are connected to all the elements, so you can become aware of what to work on or what is very important at the present time, for example. So that may assist you as well. I'll pull another 3 cards to see, you know, which road you or which highway you could eventually take. Like the most important that came up here is the 3 arcs, so the white lavender, the gold, and the aquamarine. So working with that is already very, very important. So the first card is, oh yeah, chew. I am self-transformation, the tunnel of light. Very important. So the tunnel of light, going through that tunnel, and you see the yod vibration is the Hebrew letter yod that comes in September with the lavender ray, making the bridge of light, the green light go, green bridge, the green and the Aquarian, opening that up with a super powerful moon. I've been speaking about that. It's so to the point, right? And you see the flames actually moving through the fire of transformation, if that is your intention. We all have choices, and the best would be to move on divine will choices versus free will choices. Free will states, I do whatever I want, meaning you don't get the assistance you really do want. You move into divine will, support is all around, all of the time. So 36, let's see what it says. That is water, connected to the water, as I said, the water, the bloating, you know, the aquamarine ray, the oceans, everything. So the tunnel of light has many interpretations, I'm sorry. And so there is a little man here, I don't know, on top corner, if you can see that. That is literally blowing his own density, negativity, in order to move to the fire of transformation, represented by the Hebrew letter, the Yod, and embrace the qualities of the green berets and that rare high-level knowledge. So it's symbolic of improvement in any situation, working with green and moving that all together with the supermoon and getting, you know, your home base back together if your home is lost or whatever. We all lost our homes somehow. We all did. So it marks actually the end of really difficult situation, difficult tasks. I mean, I'm speaking for all the 3 months, and always bringing to a level of relief through the knowledge that is coming through. And from some entities, that is just removing the old cycles through the fire of transformation. For others, you know, it can just happen overnight. For others, connecting especially to the animal kingdom, it may be beneficial to go through some fasting experiences, transmute the water in the brain, and also truly connect to the purifying vibrations of these two moons and 8/8, August 8th. So these 3 dates are important. 28th of June, July 13, August 8, and then in September brings a recharging of anything and moving that into manifestation. So I'm not going to read all through, but you get the essence. So that is something you can work with as in assistance with the three animals I've been mentioning. Pull another card here, as it's very potent, those 3 months truly. And that is, I am spiritual royalty, the burgundy wave. You truly are, right? 27. You know, have you seen, it's all connected to 9. It's a spiral. That's card 36, making up 9. That's 27, making up 9. So spiritual royalty is, you want to move into the number 999. That means you really want to move beyond the matrix. You want that lane, not that lane. That lane moves that way, you want to move that way. So that is pretty clear if you're in the video here. So that is very, very important, because the energy field becomes very strong with burgundy. It's one of the higher ways of creation, and so it's a way of self-protection. So you could apply burgundy gold as self-protection. It's very, very potent, especially with the yellow orange sun vibration, male female vibration, bringing together, and that in combination with burgundy gold, then you get a field of purification, breathing that through, allowing like a balloon of burgundy light around you, protects very, very much. And it elevates consciousness, it moves your consciousness more in a dignified imperial domain of the divine. And yes, it's actually, royalty demands respect, integrity, acceptance, discernment, intelligence, knowledge, sincerity, because it prepares you for a straight forward boost into the new altitudes and of your ascension, where everything and everybody is truly equal. No more ego, no more judgment, no more opinion, because that's the level needed to move into a never-ending spiral of spiritual gifts. And if you align to the burgundy wave, then more and more gifts open. You will open up, you will feel that, you will feel more in your elegance and your strength, and not allow people to actually disrespect you somehow. That is what it says, but connected to the essence of these 3 months. Going home requires spiritual royalty, very much connected to Martin Luther King Jr. Remember what he did, that I have very, very high level respect for that guy. So you could connect with him in meditations. That is, yeah, that is how things can come true. And then, yeah, the last one to complete it couldn't be rather. Starting once again, starting anew, starting with number 1, and that is, I'm one with the oceans. Be water. Remember Bruce Lee. Be water, because that is your power. You see the pink bird, that is spirit, moving through the water, representative of the higher 7 senses. And that is moving with the purification of the oceans, because it removes the dark ages, purifies the oceans, purifies the elements within the organism of the earth, and thus the organism within us. And if we combine the elements with here the pink, burgundy, then the gold dark, the aquamarine, and what I had, the white purification, that goes with it, because being one with the oceans has a very large message regarding the water in your body, the power of water, and the flow of your lifestyle depending on the flow within your brain lifestyle. Your brain has a lifestyle not always connected to the lifestyle of your body. That is not easy to understand, I know. But the body not always listens to the brain, unlike anything people say at times. Let's say when the river of life in the body doesn't flow free, we have mental, emotional blockages that need understanding, that need acceptance, and then they can be released. So if we look at the oceans, it's not easy to decipher what needs to be repaired, because there's so much barbaric trash in it. So the pink bird clearing the water and detoxing the process assists you in no time either to take on the road of alchemy and moving into new codes, new geometry, new sacred mathematics, and all that comes with the new tree of life, or remaining in the old tree that makes no sense anymore and that breaks our vibration. So here it is great power to be with water and let the original flow detox the biochemistry within, such as people, foods, environments, relationships, jobs, all habits, all that stuff. And that is, truly, taking some days off, or let's make those 3 months at least do 1 day of fasting during those 3 months, 1 day a week, I mean to say. That would be great, because detoxing our physiology, so the body, and detoxing our psychology all needs to flow together, because it breaks down the old things and our patience, our honesty, or detachment from people. It detoxes so much. So moving, especially with the higher equations, is what it comes down to. So again, going home is clearing the waters and moving what the water barriers and the origin of the air, that beautiful aquamarine origin, moving with the origin of male female vibrations. If you put your hands like this and you stream, then that is where the origin comes through, waving and waving and waving. It doesn't go stuck like this, or where you can't move. It flows, it flows. And when you're in alignment with the new tree of life and the alchemy, you feel that flow 24/7. It's like you feel the oceans moving through you, and that is what alchemy does. Streaming on soul consciousness, you never feel anything. You don't feel the light moving through your body. You don't feel whatever essences you call forth with whatever intention to the body, because soul sets a barrier for dense negative consciousness. Moving out of the soul moves you into your origin, which is spiritual consciousness and spiritual embodiment. So I truly hope that was a lot of information. I hope it helps you. I hope you liked it a bit, and you could endure it to this long session. Then again, if we cannot hold or focus on massive valuable information, how can we move forward? So my videos are really to assist you to move forward. So if there's nothing you want to move into, hop onto that breathe transformation during nighttime for clearing your lungs and traumatic abuses. That is very, very potent, and there's many links in the description box. So also for those subscribing to my newsletter, there's always something I bring out for free. I cannot bring on YouTube here, as many videos have been deleted and not allowed. So yeah, I all wish you truly a great overhaul, a great change, a beautiful transition during summertime, because you're all so worth it. And I truly hope we can connect on a deeper level. I truly am very grateful for everybody leaving me a comment about their favorite bird, their favorite color, animals. Leave me a comment what your highest level of struggle is, and I will definitely make a video about things of your interest, because communication is so important. So I'm very grateful for anybody commenting here and subscribing to my channel. Okay, take good care. See you next time.